Ever wondered what the difference is between UK and USA KFC? No? Well, we'll tell you anyway.
Our friend Nathan from NathyB1992, fellow YouTuber, has agreed to help us out with this comparison. He's over in the UK, so let's see what he's got to say.
Hello, thank you Lucy and Julie for inviting me to compare UK and US KFC portion sizes. Unfortunately, due to the UK still being in lockdown, we can only get our KFC delivered, and that means that we don't have the option for a large meal. So now we're going to have a look at what I ordered and also the price, I guess, to compare that with how much it would potentially cost in the States as well. We have the same box essentially as what Lucy and Julie were given for their last video. This is what we have inside. So we have some hot and spicy mini fillets, a couple of hot wings, a regular fries, and a zinger burger. And also, because we're in lockdown, it also means that we can't get a cup drink through KFC. Instead, we just get a regular 330ml can of your preferred beverage.
We tried to get our meal as close to Nathan's as possible. He chose a zinger burger. We don't have that name, but we have a similar one, which is the Colonel's Crispy Sandwich, and we tried to choose a Colonel Big Box meal for value. So we drove up, and it was very difficult making her understand, but eventually we found out that they don't do the Colonel Big Box, so that really floored us to start with.
Yeah, not everything that you see online is available in every KFC, so that wasn't an option. So we ended up getting a combo meal.
Yes.
And a couple of sides. The first thing in the box is the popcorn nuggets. This is a regular fries, and it's surprisingly dinky. Oh, this is our burger.
It's lurking in there somewhere. Well, I don't know where the dipping sauce is, unless that's the KFC sauce.
Yeah, I thought we'd asked for a spicy sauce for a dip.
I think she was saying that they don't do a separate spicy sauce like the Nashville Hot. But this sandwich is supposed to be the Nashville Hot, so we'll see just how hot it is.
And these are the spicy wings. The smallest portion you can get is 6. So I know Nathan couldn't get a cup drink because of the UK lockdown. We were able to get a cup though. This is a regular. We could get our food delivered. We could also do a drive-through at KFC during lockdown, but in our particular KFC we couldn't go in and have a meal at the moment. Where should we begin?
Let's start with the fries.
Oh good, I hoped you were going to say that.
The first thing we're going to weigh are the fries. The regular portion of fries comes in at 83 grams. A decent portion. I can imagine that the US one is far bigger.
That is 45 grams of fries. Really small, don't you think?
I do, I'm surprised.
I was expecting more. I'm a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, we got more before when we did that
Well,
video.
we got a large before. There's
yeah.
no in the middle. You either get these tiny baby portions or you get the massive Big Daddy portion.
That's disappointing.
So these are the Nashville hot dipped bites. Now I'm always skeptical as to whether things are actually hot because I love hot and spicy food. But we're going to give them a quick weigh as well, see how much we get. So as you can see here, it just looks like popcorn chicken really, but slightly bigger with a hot sauce. So we're going to tip that into our pot now as well. So again, you can see that it's roughly, battery's low, you can see that it was roughly 80 grams as well. So quite a small portion in terms of chicken, but I wouldn't expect too much more.
This is a side of popcorn nuggets, which we think is the closest thing that we could get to Nathy's. Let's see how many you get. That is 143 grams there of popcorn chicken. Let's have a look at the burger, the main event.
And as we weigh the burger, that comes in at 137 or 136 grams. So That's about roughly what I expected.
Now this would usually come with pickles, but I cannot abide pickles in any way. So,
At least we don't think they've got the pickles.
if they have the pickles, I will be
No.
very sad.
Okay, that is good. That's got mayo, no pickles. So let's pop that on the scales.
That is 216 grams worth of burger there.
I guess now is really what we've all come for, and that's the taste test to see whether it is finger licking good.
Where should we begin?
Let's start with the fries.
Oh good, I hoped you were going to say that.
Now, this arrived about a quarter of an hour ago, I guess, at this point, so it's probably going to be fairly cold, so I'm not going to base it on that, but we're going to go with the fry test first. I'm going to dip it in the hot sauce from the chicken bites.
Okay, here's the fry.
The fries have always been good from KFC. They've always had that little bit of extra taste that you don't get from your McDonald's or Burger King.
Those herbs and spices are very tasty.
They are, yeah, very unique.
But that hot sauce isn't really that hot.
I'm going to keep saying this, very disappointed with the regular fry size.
This is called individual fries, so
Yeah, this is an individual fry, so I hope that's the regular.
it's obviously with the combination sandwich meal, so
Yeah.
a little bit stingy, I think.
A little bit stingy.
Yeah, giving you it in one hand and taking it away with another.
Quite. Come on, KFC.
Yeah.
So next we will go on to the hot dipped chicken bites. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a peppery kick, which is nice.
for how much sauce is on there, there's not much of a kick, but because I eat spicy food quite a lot, maybe my tolerance is quite high, so it's maybe not as hot as some people will find it, but the chicken is very good.
There's my greasy fingers and an example of how much meat you get in a typical popcorn nugget. Not very impressive, I would say.
So next we're going to go with the chicken wing. Now this is going to be more like the the regular fried chicken. The reason I didn't order a single piece of chicken is because you don't get to choose what piece you get. I always prefer a breast piece to like thigh or leg.
Now, onto the terrifying spicy wings. It hurts! It hurts!
Oh my god.
Wow! The makeup's streaming down my face. Oh.
Then it kicks in.
Oh, okay, there we go.
I was just waiting for that reaction. First you think,
It's like, where's the spice?
this is the normal wing. But it kind of has got that after kick again. Which I think Nathan would find is quite mild. But for somebody like Lucy, it's red hot.
Yeah, this is probably that level above my tolerance, I think.
With this, I don't know where the hot and spicy is meant to come from because that is pretty bland, in truth.
And they are quite greasy.
They are greasy, yeah.
I don't know where the hot and spicy came from or where it was, but maybe I just got a bad pair, or maybe they added plain ones instead of hot ones. Who knows?
It doesn't help that these are not really hot because we've had to go out and buy them and come back.
Yeah.
But they are greasy, yeah.
The batter on KFC chicken is always better than anywhere else. And I guess that means the last thing that we're going to try is the Zinger burger.
I believe the USA has a different definition of a burger and a sandwich to what we do. I would call this a burger,
Yeah.
but here this is a sandwich. Not sure why.
It's quite a meaty piece. What it looks like is that it's just a boneless fillet, or maybe even a breast piece, in the bun.
But I think it is going to be a bit spicy. I can see there's little residue of red sauce on it, which is terrifying to me.
Maybe it's just meant to have the same hot and spicy batter as the chicken wings. I guess we'll find out. In truth, it just tastes like a fried chicken burger. It doesn't taste any better or any worse than any other I've had, but then I don't have anything to compare it to right now. I haven't had a chicken burger in quite a while.
It's not that spicy.
Yeah.
It's almost disappointing. I was like, come on,
Yeah.
hit me with it.
I know.
Give me a challenge.
Can I try bite?
Yeah, go for the other end.
I'll go the other side.
You can go for that bit with all the red sauce that I avoided.
The bun is nice. It's like a brioche.
Yeah, it's a bit like a brioche. It's a bit posh.
I noticed Nathan was more like a sesame bun. This is a brioche, and no, I wouldn't say that was spicy. Not
No,
really. I think
maybe-
it has a little bit of a zing.
Very mild zing, yeah.
I've just got a bit of the zinger sauce, and that is very nice. That's very tasty. That gives it a good flavour.
I wonder if that red sauce on the burger was the same as the zinger sauce in the UK and they just give it a different name,
Maybe, yeah.
or whether it's something different.
Yeah, it looks like there is some slightly different coating on the chicken itself compared to the hot wings. And actually, that has more of a kick than what the hot bites did. So that's pleasantly surprising. So yeah, now you may be wondering what that cost. So I essentially ordered a meal plus a couple of extras. So the Zinger Burger meal, which came with the can of drink and the regular fries, was £6.49. The Nashville hot dipped bites, they were £2.59, and the 2 hot wings were £1.29. So all in all, that was £10.37. Plus obviously a delivery fee, considering that we're not allowed to really go into places to collect stuff. So that meal will come to $14.14. That was going by the current exchange rate as of the 3rd of February. I'm not sure how that compares. I'd say that's fairly decent value for what we got. Though I would be interested to see how much a regular meal would cost in the US with similar sides, and how much that would actually weigh.
Our sandwich combo was $7.49, which included the sandwich, we didn't have pickle, individual fries and a medium Pepsi. The 6 chicken wings came to $6.99, and we should have got honey mustard, or was that the dip flavour?
Yeah, we should have got some honey mustard dip, which I don't think we asked for, but it's on the receipt.
Yes.
So we did pay for it and it's not here.
So the popcorn dip cup was $5.49. With tax, the total is $21.98, which works out at
$15.75 in British pounds.
a little bit more, but the chips were less. But everything else was either equivalent or more.
Yeah, that's very true. And here's a calorie comparison for the American and the British meal.
So thanks again to Julie and Lucy for inviting me to compare the UK and US KFC, and I'll hopefully see you in a future video.
We'd like to say a huge thank you to Nathan from NathyB1992, link in the description.
Let us know your thoughts on this video in the comment section below, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already.
And to Nathan's.
And to Nathan's. Bye!